Nate Diaz is ducking Jake Paul. Now, why do I say this? When Nate Diaz was offered 10 to 15 million by the PFL to fight Jake Paul. But why does this mean that Nate Diaz is ducking Jake Paul? Well, because Jake Paul already accepted the offer from PFL just over a week ago. Now, there's many reasons why I think Nate Diaz is ducking Jake Paul. The first one is because he hasn't been training. The second one is because he hasn't been active. Remember, his last fight was just over a year ago. So he's not active and he's not training. Another reason is because he's scared of Jake Paul's power in his size. Remember, in their boxing fight, Nate Diaz did get knocked down by Jake Paul.
On the back foot. Oh, left hook is down. Left hook sends Nate Diaz to the canvas. Big time shot down.
So again, he could be fearing Jake Paul's power and his size.
Now, if you don't believe that Nate Diaz is ducking to fight Jake Paul in MMA, well, Jake Paul went on the Full Send podcast a few weeks ago and actually said that he knows why Nate Diaz hasn't accepted any offer, and that is because he knows it will ruin his career.
Wait, I just don't understand. Why would Nate not fight you in MMA?
I think it's too big of a risk, right? Like, okay, $10 million, but if he loses to me, it's
what,
like
legacy.
Yeah, legacy. Like, he's gonna get made fun of.
And he also knows that Jake Paul can and will beat him. So what he's doing is asking for a crazy amount of money.
It's kind of a lose situation for him, and so that's why he's making like outrageous number claims and negotiations and wanting such like unrealistic things.
Now, another potential reason why Nate Diaz probably hasn't accepted Jake Paul's offers to fight in MMA, and that's because he will have to sign a PFL, and by him doing that, he's risking not ever fighting the UFC ever again, even if a fight with him and Conor in the future could be possible, as was talked on the Joe Rogan podcast.
If he signs a deal with PFL, Dana's going to be like, then you ain't getting that Conor fight, son. Right.
So in the end, it could be that he's ducking Jake Paul until he gets a good enough offer that sounds right to him, so that way he's able to embarrass himself in the thing that he's meant to be good at. Or in the end, it could be that, you know what, he just doesn't want to do the UFC dirty by signing the PFL. Now, regardless of whatever the excuse is, I do think that Jake Paul will beat him in MMA and in boxing.